Okay, grab your self-care workbook and let's journal with Janae for Self-Care Sunday. All right, today is September 14th, 2025, and today's journal entry is about self-preservation. So let's jump in. First question. Do I say no to things that I don't want to? So my response was, I'm pretty good at saying no when I don't want to do something. I do not have FOMO. So let's say, for example, it's a friend's birthday and the plan is dinner and drinks, right? If I've had a great time at dinner and I feel like I spent quality time, I'm going to skip the drinks. Like, doesn't bother me. And I don't know if that's just like, I'm like too rigid in my routine or if it's a self-confidence thing. Like, I'm not really sure. But I do not have FOMO, and that's something that I'm very happy about. Okay, next question. How do I feel when I say yes to something I don't want to? So my response was like, I'm either betraying myself or I'm doing something for someone else. So I think the why here is very important. So like, for example, if I say yes to something I don't want to do, is it because like, is it something that's against my core values? Like, which would be very unlike me to say yes to something that I don't want to do. But like, if it's something where it's a compromise or a sacrifice because of somebody I care about or somebody I love, that's different. So like, for example, if I had a relative that needed help packing for a move, like I don't really want to do that, but I know that it would be helpful for them. And I know that if they're asking me, it would mean a lot to them. So I'll say yes, but I'm not like abandoning something that is, like a core value to me or of similar, like it's just sometimes you do make sacrifices and compromises for the people that you care about. So I think the why to a lot of these questions is key. I think that's the difference between self-preservation and, just like being a good friend or loved one. So next question. How can I set better boundaries? So I wrote, I'm good at being transparent with others, but I need to do better with myself. And then my examples were schedule, routine, etc. So I think I'm good with like saying to other people like, hey, I have something else going on, or I just kind of need the night to rest or whatever it may be. But sometimes for myself, I bite off more than I can chew. And then I get resentful later and I kind of get annoyed with myself. So I need to do better. I can do better with boundaries for myself by being a little bit more realistic with my goals. And that just might be a basic to-do list, that I just need to, not that I am bad at time management, but I need to be more mindful of like, okay, Janae, like at some point you're going to tap out and you're going to get tired. So yeah, paying more attention to my schedule and routine would be critical. So, all right. Time for you to lock in. Would love to know more about your self-preservation journey. See you later.